See what happens to a Texas musician when he gets psychedelic out at the Columbia studio? Anyway, that's Johnny Winter working with a couple of the best musicians he ever worked with, Tommy Shannon and on the drums, Red Turner. I wonder whatever happened became it, and if anybody knows, give me a call, huh? And before that, we had me a real good time with the Faces. Good morning. This is Wednesday, plus that would make it Thursday, would be the 4th, and we got a couple of things. The Music Odyssey is having a grand opening sale on every record and tape in the store. Low prices this week on all artists on Atco and Atlantic Records. Some of the artists featured: Alex Taylor, $2.59; Eric Clapton, $2.59; Jack Bruce, Livingston Taylor, and the Allman Brothers, all for $2.59. The new David Crosby album available at the Music Odyssey for $3.07. The Music Odyssey, 11,910 Wilshire Boulevard, 2 miles due west of Westwood. The Music Odyssey opens 7 days a week till midnight. Listen for details in a midnight marathon coming Friday night. Free things, as always, to be given away at the Music Odyssey. Remember, there's always something free at the Music Odyssey. The Music Odyssey, this week: Alex Taylor, Eric Clapton, Jack Bruce, Livingston Taylor, and the Allman Brothers for $2.59 at the Music Odyssey.
Join Marcello Mastroianni and Sophia Loren in Holy Matrimony. It's The Priest's Wife, the story of a most unusual church wedding. Rated GP from Warner Brothers.
Yes, thank you, Harv. Now showing at Lowe's Beverly Theater.
Hi, this is BMR, B. Mitchell Reed. With the smog, it's sometimes difficult to see the tops of the hills, even the tops of the buildings, right? Even if you fly over the city, it's difficult to see everything. But now, KMET invites you to see it all with the first full-color, fully detailed map of restaurants, clubs, stores, streets, sections of the city, mountains, and expressways you've probably never seen. The Poster Map Company worked with KMET to design this exclusively for us and for you. It's over 3 feet long and 2 feet wide. It's printed on embossed quality paper, and you can get it only by sending in to KMET. It costs $2, and any profits realized will be turned over by KMET to local charities. And it's not only a map of places, but of people, too. People like the Stones, the Airplane, Poco, even the Pride of Long Beach, the Queen Mary is on there, as well as all the people here at KMET. To order yours, send $2 to Poster Map, care of KMET, 5828 Wilshire Boulevard, Los Angeles 90036. You send $2, check or money order, to Poster Map, care of KMET, 5828 Wilshire Boulevard, Los Angeles 90036.
Also great as an Easter gift, huh? B. Mitch Reed and Humble Harv right there in the same set. And that's like the Radio Hall of Fame right here. Okay, I got a set. We'll start with well, listen.
that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Roll another one, just like the other one. You've been hanging on to it, and I sure would like a hit. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Another one, just like the other one. That one's just about done to the end. So come on and be a real friend. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Everybody sing along this time. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me.
All I need to have a good time is a reefer, woman, and a bottle of wine. With those three things, I don't need no sunshine. A reefer, woman, and a bottle of wine. All I want is to never grow old. I want to wash in a bathtub of gold. I want 97 kilos already rolled. I want to wash in a bathtub of gold. Cigars with $10 bills. I'd like to have a cattle ranch in Beverly Hills. I'd like a bottle of red eye that's always filled. I'd like to have a cattle ranch in Beverly Hills.
Running through the summer rain, trying to catch the evening train and kill that old familiar pain, weaving through my tangled brain. But when I tipped my bottle back, I smacked into a cop I didn't see. That policeman said, Mr. Cool, if you ain't drunk, then you're a fool. I said, if that's against the law, tell me why I never saw a man locked in that jail of yours who wasn't just as low down poor as me. Well, that was when someone turned out the lights, and I wound up in jail to spend the night and dream of all the whining lonely girls in this best of all possible worlds. Well, I tongue was licking something sick and wrong. And I told that man I'd sell my soul for something wet and cold as that old cell. That kindly jailer grinned at me, all eaten up with sympathy, then poured himself another beer and came and whispered in my ear that booze was just a dime a bottle, boy, you couldn't even buy the smell. I said I knew there was something I liked about this town, but it takes more than that to bring me down, 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 'cause there's still a lot of wine and lonely girls in this best of all possible worlds. Well, they finally came and told me they were going to set me free, and I'd be leaving town if I knew what was good for me. I said it's nice to learn that everybody's so concerned about my health. I said I won't be leaving no more quicker than I can, 'cause I've enjoyed about as much of this as I can stand. And I don't need this town of yours more than I never needed nothing else. 'Cause there's still a lot of drinks that I ain't drunk, lots of pretty thoughts that I ain't thought. Oh yeah, Lord, there's still so many lonely girls in this best of all possible world.
Now, there's an outlook on life for you. There's still a lot of drinks that I ain't drunk, and lots of pretty thoughts that I ain't thunk. And, Lord, there's still so many lonely girls in its best of all possible worlds. That's nice. I'd play that again. We get to start. This is KMET 94.7 Los Angeles. Started with Cat Mother from Obby and Doo-Wah with Strike a Match and Light Another Marijuana Cigarette. Don't Bogart Me with Fraternity of Man. All I Need is a Reaper, a Woman, and a Bottle of Wine for Joe. And a Fish from soundtrack for Zachariah. Best of all possible worlds. One of the better songs from Chris Christopherson. All right, a couple of bills and we'll have some news.
Polydor Records and the Discount Record Center stores invite you to listen as Odetta sings.
Take me to the pilot for control. Take me to the pilot of your soul. But tonight, I just want to stay here and be with you. Oh, baby, I've got no expectations, but here again.
Odetta sings on Polydor Records. Odetta sings McCartney, Randy Newman, James Taylor, Elton John, Keith Richards, Mick Jagger, and some Odetta too. Just $2.99 at Discount Record Center stores all over Southern California, in Los Angeles, La Cumbre Plaza Shopping Center, Santa Barbara, Hollywood, Studio City, and in Westwood at 923 Broxton at LeConte.
What's in a name? Only someone with a name like Dow Sound City would ask the question whether 'tis nobler to keep a funky name like Dow Sound City and have sound freaks who know sound is no other, or to dress up the Dow Sound City stores to seem to be as they ought to be in reality. Dow art where they do their thing, and they do it right, and their thing is sound. Knaves, listenest thou now of Dow and of the news. Herald it well, for the world awaits.
Dow Sound City, 1759 East Colorado in Pasadena, and Dow Sound City in Goleta, Oxnard, and San Diego.
Thou hast heard the word from one who speaketh only of truth. Quickly into thine chariot get, and speed ye on your way unto Dow Sound City, where the goods are very good, and the sound is clear and pure, and they requireth but of little bread, and thou art Dow.
President Nixon signed an executive order today that postpones for 60 days a strike by some 10,000 railroad signalmen called for tomorrow morning. This action has nothing to do with the negotiations currently underway between the railroads and the United Transportation Union. An 18-hour session ended with no agreement this morning, but Labor Secretary James Hodgson is hopeful.
Last night, we wouldn't have stayed with negotiations as long as we did had we not been making considerable progress. We did. We made considerable progress last night. And that's the reason why we've had the parties go home to get a good night's sleep and hope tonight that they can, when they meet at 4 o'clock, and negotiate from that point on. they'll be able to produce a settlement of the few final remaining parts of issues. We used to talk in terms of issues. Now we're talking in terms of parts of issues. Things have narrowed down, not to a point where we can be absolutely certain of a settlement. You never can in the collective bargaining business, but where we can be exceedingly hopeful.
Bargainers will gather again this afternoon. The union leaders say a strike is not imminent. Revenue Sharing Plan number 2 went to Congress today, and in this one, President Nixon asked the lawmakers to approve $2 billion a year revenue sharing plan that will cover manpower training programs. He wants a special effort to cut joblessness in areas of heavy unemployment. South Vietnamese military spokesmen say their troops have resumed the drive into Laos, pushing for the strategic Ho Chi Minh Supply Trail depot at Che Pon. The South Vietnamese bolstered by 3,000 reinforcements. And in Cambodia, the war picked up. Communist forces reportedly again in control of Highway 4 and launching a new attack on the oil refinery at Kampong Som. Vice President Nguyen Cao Ky has called for heavier U.S. air support for the drive into Laos. He said if that support does not improve, the Army will be in a difficult situation. Conflicting testimony at the Kelly trial at Fort Benning, Georgia. Lieutenant Kelly had testified earlier. Captain Ernest Medina, his immediate superior, ordered him to kill everything that moved at My Lai. Other witnesses say they heard no such order at a briefing held just before the sweep. The jury has asked that Medina be allowed to give his version in court. No decision on that as yet by the presiding judge. Meanwhile, Pi Chamberlain says a general, once cleared of charges, has again been implicated.
A prosecution witness said the commanding general broke into a radio conversation and countermanded orders for Charlie Company to re-enter My Lai and see how many civilians died and how they were killed. Major Charles Calhoun was the operations officer for Task Force Barker, Lieutenant Kelly's parent unit. He identified the general as Samuel Custer. He said he was passing on to Medina orders he got from higher up to go back in the village. Medina did not want to. He was near his night bivouac and was concerned about going back through a minefield. He said about 20 to 30 civilians had been killed, mostly by artillery and gunship fire. Calhoun also said he was flying over My Lai around noon, so high the men were just small dots on the ground, when he got a call from Colonel Frank Barker, commander of Callie's parent unit. He said Barker wanted him to tell Medina to make sure his men were not harming civilians and not burning any more hooches than necessary. Pi Chamberlain, Fort Benning, Georgia.
Come on and meet Mr. Sunshine. Meet Mr. Sunshine. Get to know Sunshine today.
Hi, friends. I'm glad to know you. I'm Mr. Sunshine, and sunshine means cookies and crackers and all kinds of snacks that are naturally good. All kinds. Like chocolate. You like chocolate? So do I. I mean chocolate that's rich and dark and crunchy and good. That's the kind we put into every Sunshine Hydrox chocolate sandwich cookie. And that creamy white filling in between. We call them Hydrox. Have for years. Don't ask me why, but I do know Sunshine Hydrox cookies are the best tasting sweet cream-filled chocolate sandwich cookies you can buy. Come on, try them. They're naturally good.
If natural goodness is what you love, natural goodness there's plenty of in Sunshine, Sunshine, Sunshine. Meet Mr. Sunshine today.
A Soledad state prison guard has died of wounds inflicted on him in a stabbing. The victim, 43-year-old Robert McCaffey of Marina. He was a father of 2. McCaffey is the 8th man to be slain at Soledad in the past year. Prison authorities say the suspected killer, 26-year-old Hugo Pinel, is a native of Nicaragua serving a life term. Governor Reagan going to the people to try and win support for his welfare reform plan that he says will save California $740 million a year. The governor sets out today on a statewide tour to gain grassroots support for his welfare plans. Police Chief Ed Davis will fly to Washington, D.C. today to confer with officials about civil rights indictments of 4 of his police officers. The chief blames politics for those charges. And authorities are investigating a bomb explosion at the edge of Isla Vista that wrecked an electrical transformer overnight. No one was hurt by that blast. The weather for Los Angeles, partly cloudy today and tonight. This afternoon's expected high 67 degrees. It'll be clear tomorrow, a bit cooler, and we'll have some more gusty winds. Overnight low 48, high tomorrow 63. Little or no eye irritation from smog. Current Los Angeles temperature 68.
Instead of attempting to sell the new Wishbone ash album, I'm going to prescribe it. Use it when you want to forget about work or school, your lady, your man, or whatever. And anytime you just don't want to think about the way it is, listen to Wishbone Ash. guitars, loud bass, and overpowering drums that take you away with them. Wishbone Ash, from England, new on Decca Records.
One of the year's 10 best Academy Award nominee, Joe. See Joe, the movie the whole country is talking about, now playing at theaters everywhere. Joe is one of the year's 10 best, says the Los Angeles Times, Herald Examiner, and Time Magazine, Judith Kristen critics, and moviegoers everywhere. Bert Politsky says, extraordinary job, the kind of movie that deserves Oscars. See Joe starring Peter Boyle at a theater near you. Academy Award nominee as Best Original Screenplay of the Year, Joe, rated R.
Now showing at theaters and or parking lot film places everywhere. Just as a point of reference, this is Rabbitt, KMET, with T.
1, 2, 3, 4. Easy love, easy love, easy love, easy love, easy love, we can rock.
I mean, I think you struck a chord, and I could figure it out, but when every day is perfect and every symptom is a sign, I'll be the first to tell you. I'll be your genius, I'll be your seer. No, I won't take any credit. I'll paint a picture for you, write the meaning upside down. Can you be more specific? It's in the number 7, it's in the poem you think I wrote, it's in the disconnected, but I can't tell you I thought it mattered, I'd be you. Inside a speeding bullet, another speeding bullet tries to pull himself together. He wants to place it neatly, he wants to suffer for a cause, he wants to feel the glory out. And everybody loves him, everybody wants a piece of the scared chameleon, but I can't tell you why. mattered, I'd be you. I thought it mattered, I'd be you. I thought it mattered, I'd write a song about it. So maybe before you close the blind.
I wake faint early when see my day walk in. I wake faint early when I start to begin. I drink up my coffee to drive dreams away. And I think about leaving, but remain for the day. Oh, glory, but I just stay blind. Think about my loving, yes, some of the times I want to live easy. Ain't it hard like to say, but I can play. Most any morning, I like to be born into my guitar day. You say it's all butterflies, don't let your dreams get in your eyes, but Orpheus made the sunrise, cause he knew how to play. Just sing so faded, call the sweet guitar lady. She's a noted rider, I just can't seem to let her be. And she is my flower, I call her my easy hour. She's a low special, baby, that's enough for me. And it's alright, you're in the graveyard now. Well, it's alright, you're in the graveyard now. You may weep, you may mourn, you may pass your life so gay, but lucky in life I swear sometimes surely gonna have to reach a leaving day. Well, she sings like the seashore. Tonight I don't ride on your seesaw. I will call up the angels if they have a little word to say. And I think I'll try cloud to walk in. It's just my face to see her talking. And it's just a guitar singing, and I have to let her have her way.
Everybody's going out and having fun. I'm a fool for staying home and having none. I can't get over how she set me free. about the past, find someone new. I've thought of everything from A to Z. I'll bet she's not like me. She's out and fancy free, flirting with the boys with all her charms. But I still love her so. And brother, don't you know, I'd welcome her right back here in my arms. There must be some way that I can lose these lonesome blues. Forget about my past, find someone new. I can't get over how she set me free. Forgotten more than you ever know about her. You think you know the smile on her lips, the thrill and the touch of her fingertips, but I've forgotten more than you ever know about her. You think you'll find a heaven of bliss in each caress, in each tender kiss, but I've forgotten more than you ever know about her. You stole her love from me one day. You didn't care how it hurt me, but you can never steal away memories of what used to be. You think she's yours to have and to hold. Someday you'll learn when her love grows cold, but I've forgotten more than you ever know about her.
add Kate to the Taylor family. That sounds good. The album's finally out. So now you can have 4 Taylor albums, all your very own. Tailor-made, as it were. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. See, started with Is It Love with T-Rex, and Blues for the Muse, incredible string band, Mike Hare and Robin Williamson. Oh Lonesome Me, the Neil Young thing. And then I Forgot More Than You'll Ever Know About Her, Bobby Dylan, and Do I Still Figure in Your Life, Kate Taylor, from the album. What is that called? Sister Kate. Great title. Okay, a couple of bills, and then we'll have some Michael Chapman.
You probably remember Gary Wright from Spooky Tooth. Well, he's just finished recording his first solo album. It's called Extraction. Playing with Gary on Extraction are Klaus Vorman, Alan White, Hugh McCracken, Bob Uribe, and Jim Price. Gary Wright, Extraction. It's on A&M Records and Tapes.
And there's a lot more on A&M Records, along with Gary Wright. You'll find them all at Platypus stores in Hollywood, Long Beach, and Manhattan Beach.
The scene is the Pribilof Islands, federal land off Alaska. About July 1st every year, it begins. Playful seals are herded inland, forced to run until their lungs are bursting. And then, they're clubbed to death by hunters with long poles.
Seal hunters are not brave and bold. They murder her poor wee seals and cut off their skins to be sold. Cursed be he who deals. There's no reason for this slaughtering. They're left on the rocks to bleed. He's not a man who does this thing. It's a cruel and a heartless deed. A cruel and heartless deed.
The scene shifts further down the coast. A hunter has put out his traps, one of the 40 million leg-hole traps that are sent out each year in the United States and Canada. He's put this one on a path leading to the water, and he's been successful. This animal's been left for a few days. It'll suffer and die of starvation in the trap. This one is a female, so her young will suffer the same fate back at the nest.
It's a cruel and a heartless deed. A cruel and heartless deed.
Isn't it strange that man, of all the animals, the man alone kills for pleasure? Isn't it strange in our sophisticated society that the most primitive, most barbaric means are used to kill helpless animals? And the slaughter will continue unless we do something about it. For $1, you can send a telegram, a public opinion message to your senator in Washington. Only his action can stop the slaughter of mammals from the ocean, of wildlife on federal public lands, of fur-bearing animals, of livestock in slaughterhouses. Imagine the concern that will be created in the Senate offices if thousands of public opinion messages pour into Washington from Southern California. KMET urges you to call Western Union now at 627-4321. 627-4321. Tell the operator you'd like to send a public opinion message. 15 words for $1. Send your thoughts to Washington, to Senator John Tunney or Senator Alan Cranston. If we are a nation which recognizes the sacredness of life in all creatures, there may still be hope for justice and peace for us all.
That's Rabbitt from KMET. It's Michael Chapman from the Import album. Good song. It's called She Came In Like the 6:15 and Made a Hole in the Wall.
Can you
That's Michael Chapman. The album's called Window. It's an import album, and if you get a shot at picking it up, I know they'll change covers before they get stateside with it. And that is such a beautiful gal on the cover. It's a shame you didn't have that to imagine and to look at and to fondle and whatever while it was being played. Michael Chapman. The album's called Window. This is KMET 94.7 Los Angeles with a Rabbitt.
The all-time screaming, foot-stomping rock and roll show comes to the Hollywood Palladium this Friday with Chuck Berry, the incomparable Little Richard, and an all-star rhythm and blues review, the Johnny Otis Show with Shuggy and the whole gang. It's going to be a wild night to let your hair down and stomp your feet with Little Richard, Chuck Berry, and the Johnny Otis Show in a pinnacle show at the Hollywood Palladium this Friday. Get your tickets now from Wallace Music City, Mutual Agencies, Sound Spectrum, either our bookstore, and at the door from Pacific Presentations.
Okay, this is Rabbitt. I get to go for about 30 minutes, take my official Metro Media lunch break. B. Mitch Reed will be here now with the David Crosby album. This is Focus.
A Labor of Love. Hey, this is B. Mitchell Reed on KMET, Metro Media Stereo in Los Angeles, and this is Focus, presented by KMET, brought to you by Discount Record Center Stores. A Labor of Love refers to the fact that today we're going to play an album for $3.59. Well, we're not going to ask you to give us $3.59 to play it. No, $3.59 if you want to buy it at any Discount Record Center store. And it's David Crosby, and the album, of course, is entitled If I Could Only Remember My Name. And in it, he's gotten some fine things here. Material written by not only himself, but by Neil Young and his sidekick. Really, in the group of Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, I would imagine that most of the time, in the latter years of this particular group, it's been Graham Nash and David Crosby hanging out a lot. In the earlier part of the group, it was primarily Stephen Stills and David. You know, no falling out or anything like that. It's just that musical ideas sometimes run in cycles, and Graham and David work out well together. So let's listen to it. Okay, $3.59, Discount Record Center Stores, and I'll rap more about that a little later on. And, well, there's a Discount Record Center Store, the main store, 5420 Wilshire Boulevard at Cochran.
We were riding back to camp. We were feeling terrified. The air was clear, slightly damp. Celebrating the ride of the train.